Do you like instant solutions? I love the idea of them. I'm hardly ever satisfied with them. They don't always make me happy. That's why I make these videos the way I do. Being on camera evidently is not for the faint of heart, but not for the reasons most would assume. You know, does my hair look good? Does my script make sense? Is my fly open? Oh, okay, now. The real fear underneath all of it is that, well, maybe I have nothing of value to add. Maybe I'm just a fraud. I doubt it. What I've learned in making hundreds of these kinds of videos is that that fear has to be carefully taught. It's not your birthright. Yours is greater than you could ever imagine. And in this video, you might just discover what it is. I know I say those words, greater than you could ever imagine, a lot when I'm describing some of the skills I help people with. And when you say the same thing so often, it can sound like marketing. But this actually means something very concrete. And if you accept it, you'll soon find you do have something to say, and it will become one of the more important things you do. Welcome to the Visible Authority, where people learn how to accurately project on the outside what they know to be true on the inside. It's taken me years to realize that this whole thing about being public is an issue only because there's a part of us that has learned to react to the very idea with instantaneous condemnation. Well, that's a lot of syllables. And an alternative explanation. Who do you think you are? Stop wasting everyone's time. Get a job. It takes years to learn that, to fall in line and follow authority. That kind of authority that at best coerces, but mostly teaches through the threat of punishment. True authority isn't like that at all. It comes from a place of love and a radical acceptance of what is. But this may be why you don't share. And no one wants to talk about this. They want people to believe they can become masters of the universe, to bend it to their will on demand. And because that isn't true, when someone believes it anyway, it isn't long before they start feeling like a fraud. But not because they haven't lived up to that false measure of greatness. The real reason is that no human being can help themselves. That is not the nature of the universe. We are here to help each other. That's the nature of the universe. It's like that old song, I am you and you are me and so we are all together. But for some reason that seems to be a secret. That's why when the teacher appears, the student may or may not be ready. So since there's no way for us to know when that will be, we make these videos, or we write emails, or do podcasts, or hold symposiums to help people in advance. But if we don't believe we can help, we won't write, talk, or present. We certainly won't make a video. We just worry about where the next client is coming from. And that makes us pray for those who promise to make us masters of the universe. And we separate ourselves even more from the source of inspiration that could help us actually be of service. Someone who realizes this could just as easily decide to help a certain group of people with a certain problem that they have been motivated to solve. Whatever you're good at is your biggest clue right now. We certainly aren't as good at it as you are, and without your help or someone else's, we will never reach our potential. There comes a time when every human being surrenders to the inevitable. The gazelle falls to the lion and eventually stops struggling. That's nature. But we can also surrender to a higher purpose than just fertilizing the ground. We are unique among the animal kingdom in our ability to do that. But that's optional. So the question is not, how do I make money from this? The question is, how do I help? The money part attaches itself to that question. It's a simple question, and it's required reading in the Tao of Success. But since the universe will never force you, working it out is also optional. You can do it with humor, as I described how to do last week. You can be more serious, as I have been, I guess, this week. The point is, We can't become ourselves without your help. We're starting to get old. How long are you going to make us wait? Oh, and by the way, there's no end of help here if you want to try it with video. Thanks for watching.